first chemical reaction I ever came across, I think, was this one. A long time ago, I was a small child. And what we have here is grated apple. My mother's thing was that whenever you had any kind of digestive problems, the remedy was grated apple. So she would take a grater, an apple, and grate it. Of course, soon it turned brown. I didn't give it much thought until I started to teach organic chemistry. And of course, I was always looking for examples to use in class, and this is a great example. Apples contain compounds called polyphenols. So do berries and many other fruits. These are some of the compounds that are thought to make those foods healthy. But apples also contain an enzyme called polyphenol oxidase. And when the apple is grated, the enzyme comes into contact with the polyphenols. It changes them into a brown pigment. That brown pigment is actually melanin, the same stuff that colors our skin. So that's the first chemical reaction I ever noticed. I taught about it in organic chemistry. I thought it was kind of neat. And now I come across a paper, this paper, where they investigated smoothies that are made with berries and which also had bananas in them. And bananas are very rich in this enzyme, the polyphenol oxidase. So the question was, does this enzyme destroy enough of the polyphenols in the berries to make a difference? Well, why am I interested in this? Of course, I'm interested in the chemistry, but also have a personal reason. This is my usual breakfast in the morning. I eat berries, whatever I can find, usually with a good dose of blueberries in there because they are very rich in these polyphenols. Now here's the problem. Do I or do I not take a banana, which I usually do, and slice it into my berries? Why is this a concern? Because the banana is very rich in this enzyme, the polyphenol oxidase. You can check that yourself. You put a banana into a fridge and you'll see how quickly it turns brown. That's because that damages the cells, releases the enzyme, they combine with the polyphenols, and you get the production of melanin. So here's my issue. Should I be mixing the bananas in with my berries? Am I going to allow them to mingle so that some of the polyphenol oxidase in the banana will destroy some of the beneficial polyphenols in the berry? Well, you know what? I'm not going on a crusade against the bananas in here because I think the effect is absolutely minimal. And I think I'm still getting the benefits of those berries. But what about my mother's theory about the grated apple being beneficial for digestion? There's not a whole lot of science there. But apples do contain pectin. Pectin is a carbohydrate. It's the same stuff that is used to make jams and jellies. This is what causes the fruit extract in there to bind. Well, similarly, it can add to some bulk in feces, so that if there's diarrhea, it can perhaps improve that. But also, the grated apple will release compounds that we call prebiotics, which will feed bacteria, beneficial bacteria in our gut. So maybe there is something to it. Although, not a whole lot of science there. But you know what? I still like to go back to my youth. And whenever I do have some digestive problems, I think back to what my mother used to feed me. And I go ahead and grate some apple. It tastes good. But these days, I will squeeze a little bit of lemon juice on there. You know why? Because the enzyme doesn't function well in an acidic environment. So if you don't want your apple to turn brown, just squeeze a bit of lemon juice. You know what? I think I'll even add it to my berries. Make my breakfast even tastier, better, and takes me back to my youth.